This man's dream was to win a gold medal in wrestling for his country. But because of financial problems at home, he had to give up his dream and take a simple job. Even then, he hoped that one day his son would fulfill that dream. However, his wife gave birth to a daughter. Seeing this, everyone in the village started giving him different suggestions on how to have a baby boy. Even the village priests gave him remedies and mantras to ensure the birth of a son. When the time came for another child to be born, the whole village arrived at his house carrying sweets so they could later take credit for it. But once again, a baby girl was born. Seeing this, everyone's faces fell. As time passed, he began to believe that his dream would never come true, because the third and fourth time, daughters were born again. This completely shattered all his hopes, but he had no idea that his fate was about to change. One day when he returned home, he saw a huge crowd gathered outside his house. In fact, his two daughters had badly beaten up two boys. Seeing this, he apologized to the people and they all left. Both daughters thought their father would be very angry with them, so they also apologized to him. But instead of scolding them, he asked how they had beaten those boys. Hearing this, both sisters demonstrated every move they had used. Watching them, he became secretly very happy. At that very moment, he decided that his two daughters would fulfill his dream. However, his wife strongly opposed this decision, so he asked her to give him just 1 year. The next morning at 5 a.m., he took both daughters out to eat golgappas. He told them to eat as many as they wanted that day, because from the next day onward, they would have to live the life of wrestlers. After that, he completely focused on their training. Every morning, he took them out for long runs. Because of this, they often felt sleepy during school. After a few weeks of training, it was finally time to begin wrestling practice. But girls were not allowed to train in the real wrestling arena, so he built a wrestling arena in his own field. Then he started teaching both daughters every wrestling move and technique. However, they still needed a lot of hard work. They were quite weak and often lost to their brother. Seeing this made him very angry. He then thought that feeding them chicken would make them stronger, but his wife was against eating chicken. Even so, he refused to give up and started feeding both daughters chicken. This created chaos throughout the entire village. The villagers said that girls should only do household work, and that was the only thing that suited them. People began calling him shameless and crazy, making fun of him everywhere. Even at school, the children teased both sisters by calling them boys. Because of this, they grew their hair long and made excuses to take a break from wrestling. Their excuse worked for a few days, but the very next morning, he had both of their hair cut short. Seeing this, the entire village laughed at them. All these things deeply upset both sisters, so they tried to fool their father by ignoring the alarm and breaking a light bulb to fake an injury, hoping they would not have to attend wrestling practice. Subscribe and comment part 2 for the next part.